Hello, I'm Tiffany Watson, Director of the Edward J. Lewis II Lawyers in the Classroom program. Thank you for joining us for the Lawyers in the Classroom program series. Today, we'll hear from Ms. Johanna Tran, attorney volunteer, about her volunteer experience and why she joined the Lawyers in the Classroom program. Welcome, Johanna.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I decided to join the Lawyers in the Classroom program because I love volunteering and I love giving back to my community. When I first read about Lawyers in the Classroom, it seemed like the perfect combination of two things that I love: Constitution and volunteering, all put together in one. So the opportunity to go into schools and meet with younger generations and teach them civic lessons was something that I definitely did not want to pass up. So the lesson that I taught recently was the sacred blade. That lesson involves religious freedoms. It's a lesson that involves a student of the Sikh religion, and he has a kirpan, which is a small knife that he keeps on his body at all times. It's part of his religion, and there's a rule at school that says no weapons allowed. And so it's always interesting to teach that lesson and go through with the kids and kind of get their perspectives on whether or not the Constitution free exercise clause should apply to the individual in the lesson. I find that students love this lesson. I actually teach it a bit differently, if that's okay. I don't show them a curve. So a lot of time we spend kind of trying to figure out what a curpin is. But the reason I like to not show them what a curpin is at first, because I think when you see it, when you see the one in the lesson, it's a smaller one. It kind of takes away, and students think, oh, well, that's not that big of a deal. So they equate the size of the curpin and the ability to do harm with it more than they do the actual point, which is that the student, should he have the right to exercise his religion freely in school by keeping the kirpan on him. So I think the students really get an idea of, we want to stay safe in schools. We want to keep the school safe, but we also want this individual to be able to freely exercise his religion. And my favorite part is always at the end when I say, you guys have all been Supreme Court justices now. You see what it's like to have different groups and different opinions, and you're balancing all of the priorities at the same time. And it's not as easy as they initially think. Oh, let me count the ways. When I have to teach a lesson, it's literally one of my favorite parts of my day. The students are so excited to see me and for me to come. And sometimes in the middle of the lesson, they ask, "When are you coming back? When am I gonna see you again?" And it's a huge ego boost, and it's wonderful to know that they enjoy what we're discussing, that they're happy to be there, that they're in school, and they're really creative. They all think of things that I never would have thought of. And so it's really interesting to hear their minds kind of try to work through what are, important constitutional issues. They work through it, whether they're in second grade, third grade, fourth grade. And it's really cool to kind of steer them in the right direction with, things to think about and competing interests. So I really just love meeting with the students and getting to know them too over the course of the semester. I find it incredibly rewarding. I think my one of my favorite moments volunteering was when I told a joke in a lesson, and I'm not very funny normally, and the class laughed like there was no tomorrow. They were second graders, so take from it what you will. It was a very corny joke, and they thought it was so funny, and they were so happy, and they were just like, one of them went off mute and said, "We love you, Johanna." I think they called me Miss Ojo, which was my name at the time. And so it was really, really great that I don't know, just to have them be so excited to see me all the time and so engaged. It's really something that I love.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Johanna, for sharing your thoughts and your experiences. And we're so happy that you're a part of the Lawyers in the Classroom program. You continue to be just very active in the program, and just excited that you continue to reach all of our students. And to learn more about the Lawyers in the Classroom program, please go to www.chicagobar.org/chicagobar/LIC. Thank you.